Did you know you can use genetic genealogy to find the biological parent of a child? If they're a baby or a toddler, you're going to want to do their DNA on MyHeritage or livingdna.com because it's a cheek swab test. Obviously, young babies are not going to be able to spit into a tube. Once your child's about 4 or 5 years old, they've got what it takes to spit in a tube to get the sample. If they're that age, you're going to want to do Ancestry, always the number one choice. You can also do 23andMe. But who knows what their future holds right now. So whatever, Ancestry is your number one go-to. And then you're going to use genetic genealogy to solve it. Here's the thing, when they're really young like that, they are so young that their great-grandparents are probably still alive, including their grandparents, their parents. So you're going to rely heavier on people search engines. You're going to find what you can for who their great-grandparents are. Great-grandparents, if you can narrow it down, it's really all going to depend on where they're from and what their lineage is. But you're going to go in, use people search engines to try to identify what children those people had, so you can kind of get an idea what you're looking at about the last names on who their parents would be. So it's not impossible. That is absolutely going to be the way to find out. Let's say your mom and you don't know which guy you had been with at that time. That could be the father of the child. If you have an idea of who you slept with, let's say is one of 4 guys, you got their last names, that's actually an easier way to identify who the dad could be. That is assuming that they were marriages, unless you have an instance where that person was adopted, but perhaps they were raised by their mother, then the last name is probably not going to jive. That's going to be your best bet. And once you found who the dad is, you can have him do a paternity test, because otherwise you're just shooting in the dark.